Hello, how you guys doing? James here. I want you to hear what this guy got to say about the women in Atlanta. Um,
Gay.
it's really interesting.
And I mean hardcore gay. Like for a straight man, you would think that this would be the paradise and that this would be the place that you should go to. Because if all the dudes are gay and the women are supposedly single, you would think that you would have a lot more fucking options. Now me being a dude who primarily dates black, you know what I'm saying, this was a no-brainer. Dog, it is not like that, I'm telling you. The baddest females, always gay. I just seen a female earlier. She's cute, you know what I'm saying, nice smile, nice personality, talkative, all that other good stuff. And I mean thick, like ridiculously, dangerously thick. You can tell it's not a BBL. This one was fire. Bro, I go up to ask her, you know what I'm saying, does she have a man, you know, because we already had like a little conversation or whatever. Guess what she told me? She said, oh, nah, baby, I'm sorry, I ain't got a man. I got a woman. I'm like, yo, so... And she's like, I'm in a faithful, monogamous relationship. Like, this shit be blowing me, because this is not the first time that this happened. So now I'm over here looking stupid as hell, like this literally just happened. But I'm over here looking stupid as hell, and I'm like, how was I supposed to know that? Like, I could shoot my shot all day long and not get any success, because every female that's bad is gay as hell. And then it's even more backwards because the studs, they fuck with me more than the females who are straight, or more than the females that are like femmes in the gay relationships. So I guess if you black and you a straight man or whatever and you come down here, your best bet is to holler at the studs? Now don't get me wrong, studs be thick too, and some of them do be cute. But you also don't want to be offensive. So your first thoughts and your first steps ain't going to be to step to a stud. The same day, today, less than a few hours ago, a stud was talking to me and I could tell that she was giving off flirtatious vibes. Easy. Staring me up and down, watching me as I walk back to my whip, etc., etc. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? You don't look like a man, but... like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Bro, do not come to Georgia. I'm about to, I might end up changing my whole fucking page to do not come to Georgia, because this is nuts. Alright, so here's another reason why you should not be bringing your ass down to Georgia, especially
Oh, man, that's messed up.
the Atlanta area.
Hold on. Oh, it gets even better. Watch this.
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think I'm finna start dating men. And let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro. Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play their role. I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and, them real good, at the end of the night, make sure they get home safe, getting them all of this, and getting nothing in return. Like, I don't know if girls are fake gay, but they don't even want to, they don't even want to F back. Like, they don't even want to back. Like, what? I be trying to ask girls, like, are you gay for real? Like, are you gay? Because you act you know what I'm saying? It even come down to the conversation. I be carrying a conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like, and they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the transportation, I'm initiating everything, the least you could do is a little, or something, or bring me some flowers, walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems like I am, because I can't everything is about this, but if you're not finna do this and make sure that I'm satisfied, then you have to pay for something. You're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to give me something, some blunts, some alcohol or something. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, you rolling up every once in a while ain't even enough no more. It's not enough. Like, I need the full experience the same way that I'm giving you. And I just feel like with a man, like, he's automatically expected to do things, put stuff in motion, pay for stuff, all of that stuff. And I know if I had a boyfriend, I would reciprocate his energy and treat him really well because I already have that in me as a masculine presented person. And honestly, I'm not even masculine. Like, I'm kind of STEM. Like, I'm kind of STEM. I like to switch it up. Like, I like to be masc most of the time, but I will put on some lashes and a cute outfit and everything like that. So that part of me ain't feeling the not getting nothing in return. It just got me, like, overwhelmed, and as a giver, I need me a giver, and maybe I just haven't found her yet, but it's making me think, like, maybe I'm on the wrong side, because at least I know with a man I'm supposed to get some type of spoiling, because right now I'm not getting nothing, and it's making me want to switch. So, anybody that's out there, let me know if I'm tripping. Studs, am I out there? Y'all feeling like, let me know if I'm tripping, bro. What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think
Hold on. Watch this.
And I want y'all to listen to this story right here. I just dropped the video, right? Y'all gonna get this video later. I just dropped the video about Stud Keisha wanting to go back. I want y'all to listen to this story right here. It ties into what I was saying before in the last video. She's telling a story.
So I used to work part-time at this place called Lowe's. If any of you guys know about the, fix it home store, fix it yourself store, Lowe's. And from time to time, it was a place where a lot of men frequented. And the guy, a guy had met a guy. You meet a lot of men in there, girl. But those are my single days. But a guy had came through. He came through quite often. I thought he was adorable. He was cute. Let's say his name was Steve. And he would come through and always, say hi to me and everything. I just thought he was adorable. He was cute. And one day he was like, let's do lunch. So I did lunch with him, and we talked on the phone from time to time. He was a painter. He would call me when he was at job. He was cool. But let me tell you a secret that I had to learn. Me being green, just stop dating women, but I was coming back to men. Now I was a lot.
What did I tell y'all?
Salmon risotto?
Restaurant-worthy meals.
What did I tell y'all? What did I say in that video about these Keishas dealing with, this Keisha on Keisha activity? Why you want to go back to men? Remember I said, go outside, you barely see these Keishas, in the Keisha on Keisha activity, you barely see them past 40. I know what I'm talking about. Why do you want to go back to men? Because that's where the structure is at. That's where the safety net is at. Why you didn't stay with women? Because both of y'all have no guidance. You don't know what's the next move. You never have a plan in place. So where that usually leave y'all? Broke, stranded, looking for help. I know what I'm talking about, black man. Why you ain't stay with the Keisha on Keisha activity? Turning, you wasn't turned on about the painter before. You wasn't turned on about brothers working. You wasn't turned on about the construction worker. You wasn't turned on brothers going into Lowe's or Home Depot. You wasn't turned on. That wasn't in the cards for you at the time, right? right? But now you working at Lowe's. Remember I told you they broke. Working at Lowe's part-time, not making no money, and you see a guy come in, right? And now you ready to put back that. Now you ready to go back. Now you ready to be back with men. Why? Why is that? Because they need help. They need help. The Keishas that they was with, they done. If the Keisha she was with it was a stud, she done, you know, ran that stud Keisha to the ground, used up all the resources. Now that stud Keisha's probably in a shelter somewhere, and now she's looking for a guy.
I was very, very green, and my stupid butt was always be like, "What, do you have a girlfriend?" Not knowing.
Because she's in a relationship now with a guy now. She's clearly in her 40s. She's in a relationship with a guy now.
Now, you're not in the age of girlfriend, boyfriend no more. When I came back over to life, these are the ages that men are in marriages. Not girlfriend, boyfriend no more. Green. So, he looked at me in my face and said, "No, I don't have a girlfriend." I said, "Okay, cool." Not even thinking about this daggone fool. Fool! You're supposed to ask, "Well, are you married? Do you live with somebody?" Just thinking that, because remember the last time I was in relationships with men, I was very, very young. I was like early 20s, like 20, 21, something like that. Green. So anyway, I don't know what in this car with this North Face on. But at any rate, me and the guy dated, we courted each other. It was cool, you know. And then one day, he said, "Hey, you know, I know you got a little sister. Why don't you, why don't you meet me at the Boulevard?" It was the Boulevard is a place that they remade out in Largo, and at the time, LeVar Arrington, the old Redskin, had just opened up. I think it was called Sidelines, something like that out there. And he was like, "Come visit me out there. I mean, come meet me and my man out there." I said, "Okay, me and my sister right down there." So me and my sister there, we sitting around. She's sitting on one side, close to the corner. I'm sitting on the other side, close to the corner, and we just talking to each other, right? And he calling me, he like, "Nay, don't go nowhere, I promise, I'll be there, I'm just running late." And I'm like, "Joe, I'm about to leave you." And he like, no, something happened to my truck, boo, boo, boo. And I was like, okay. So then, like I said, like an hour, 15 minutes went past, and him and his man showed up. So we in the booth. No, wait a minute. I don't know if I was playing or something, but somehow he got on the inside of the booth, and I was on the outside, meaning that I had to come out for him to sit on the inside, and my sister was on the inside, and his man was on the outside like me. Like I was sitting across from his man, and my sister was sitting across from Steve. So then we laughing, we kicking, we about to order and everything like that. And then this girl rolled up on us. She had a coat on and like some pajama pants and like some Uggs, and like you could clearly see that she just had a baby. Like her stomach, like you could tell when a woman just had a baby because it looked like it was deflated, okay? And lo and behold, the girl walks up on us and she like, "Oh, this what you was doing? This why you was being all sneaky? This is what's going on?" I thought she was talking to the dude with my sister, but see, I wasn't worried about it because see, if she would have jumped up in my sister's face, she would have got the ninja. But she was talking to my dude, the dude Steve, and she was like, she looked at him and she was like, "You ain't got nothing to say? This what you do? I take care of you. You driving around in my truck. I just had your baby, and da. And she looked at me and she was like, "How long you been messing with him?" I was like, "Not long, for real. I don't know this dude. I don't know this joker like that. We cool, we talk to each other, but I don't know this joker like this. This ain't my man." And then he was like, "Man, let me out." I was like, "All right, cool." So So, you know what? As a matter of fact, we had ordered the food. Okay? So he was like, let me out. I said, all right, cool. I ain't you know, massa. You can get out if you want to, but you won't have to deal with that. And I let him out. He ran out the door. She ran behind him and was like, what did he say?
Y'all probably like, where's this going, AC? I tell you where this is going. She's lying. She's lying. She's talking about a guy, you know, she's dating a guy and the wife caught him. You know these thug books they read where there's an excerpt, there's a part where the wife catches the guy dealing with some streetwalker. You know the gossip tabloids that eat it up. You know, you get confronted by the guy's wife. She's lying just for attention. You know how she's lying? Because you can tell she's making it up on the fly. She's freestyling. Look at this. Look at this.
She was like,
oh, look at this.
She ran behind him and was like,
It's like,
She ran behind him and was like,
this is freestyling. She's trying to think of things to say. When you tell a story and you do this a lot, that's because you're thinking of it on the spot. If it really happened, it would come out fluidly. It would be no problem. Hey, she said this. She said that. For one, this is just a clout chasing move, right? Just to garner some views. For two, it's always on the image, you know, when it comes to them chasing views and chasing clout, it's always at the expense of a black man's image. Always at the expense. Always at the expense. So we got a black man who has and look how she throw the wife in there that just had a baby. He's so foul that he's out with another woman and his wife just had a baby. The low down dirty black man. This is a lie.
What did he say?
Look.
She was like, this.
You notice when she was talking about how she was with Keisha's, you know, Keisha on Keisha activity, there wasn't no she was telling the truth about that. But when it came to this story, it's just on the fly. Watch.
That's what the F you doing? I'm so sick of you and all these bees and everything. I was like, whew. So I sat back down. I was like, man, you better get your man. You better get him, man. She came back around and she started yelling in the dude's face. Man, I'm letting you sleep on my couch. This how you treat me? You helping him cheat on me? I was looking at my sister like, sister, she want it, she can get it. As long as she don't come out the mouth rotten to me, we good. So she was like, what's going on with her? I was like, man, talk to your husband. That's your husband. Talk to your husband. Because at that point, I was being old, rotten C-word. Because I ain't, you know, you ain't about to be rolling up on me, think you about to talk anything to me. So then she was like, you know.
She was like, you know. Why? First of all, why do these Keishas talk like that? This is plantation talk. The way they talk, you swear they just stepped off the plantation. Why they talk like that? It's nasty. Nobody wants to be around nobody like this.
I have to finish writing this paper. I'm swamped.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
Can it help with what I wrote last night?
Grammarly will catch up.
Okay, they have a $15.99 special unlimited. Me and my sister both got one. And then we ordered, dessert. Yeah. We called because the man told us, because I gave a plate of shrimp to my brother. He told us we gotta pay for him eating. That's not what they special say. If you go look at their menu, it don't tell you. That's like you eating and you give something to your sister or your friend. It don't tell you nowhere on there if you share food. And they charge at 15. It's like unlimited. He told us because we share food. They charge us for every person that ate at the table. You can't do that because it don't say that.
Hey, this is Raul of Please Act Right. Just for clarity, in case you didn't catch it, the women called the police because the advertisement says $15.99 all you can eat. The two women paid for themselves, but the guy standing here didn't pay. She gives some of her food to him, and the manager tells her she can't do that. Now, that's not why I want you to watch this video. I want you to watch the behavior of the two women and watch how this escalates when the officer gives a lawful command to the woman in the red shirt and a guy who comes out flipping off at the mouth to these two women.
About some I'm telling you, because I was the girl behind us to tell you. You can't tell us if we ordering it. It don't say if you it's only for one person. It say $15.99 per person unlimited. It don't say $15.99.
So how many of you all already know that you don't call the police for this, you take it up with management, and if that doesn't work, you call the corporate office.
But no, sir, he told us because he ate, I gave him my plate of shrimp. He told me he charged because he seen our shrimp. You can't tell me if I don't want to eat some, that I can't give it to nobody.
I get where you're coming from.
You know, but there's no reason.
You're saying $115.99, so 3 adults can eat the one.
It's wrong. It's multiple things. It's endless.
But I'm thinking about
But it's endless. It doesn't say they limit how much you can get. It doesn't say that. They should say that. I'm gonna be honest. If you saying that, you should say per person. It doesn't say per person.
Now watch this.
$15.99 per person. It says it right there.
It says it right on the menu. Now, if the cop could find it by looking at it in a couple of minutes, why didn't they see it? Now watch how they change gears. Her initial complaint for calling the police was for the $15.99 issue, meaning you can't share the food with someone who did not pay.
Okay, that's one thing. That's what I said. And for us three adults.
Okay.
We ordered the kids. He's sitting here and talking to me about we're fucking savages. And I'm saying,
now the cop told the guy who said something to them, that's enough or you'll get arrested for disorderly conduct. So the guy who was completely out of line for saying anything derogatory toward these two women, because the cop was handling it now, closed his mouth and kept it moving. He obeyed the lawful order. Now watch how the one woman responds to the same command.
At VistaPrint, we print signs so people can see your brand up close. But we also print signs so that people can see your business here.
The same command. Fellas, pay close attention. Notice how the boyfriend and the other young lady is telling her to shut up, along with the police officer who says if she don't pipe down, she's going to jail. But she just keeps going off.
Look at what you're doing.
And because you won't calm down and stop running her mouth, guess what happens?
There's some shit
Off
there.
to jail she goes. Now keep in mind, the guy who said something that came out of the door is on his way to the comforts of his own home because he closed his mouth and went on about his way. I'm not making excuses for him because he should have kept his mouth closed in the first place. But the point I'm making is, he's not going to jail.
Take the keys. No, she's going to jail.
I'm going to jail because I had something to say about my please. Come on, Jesse. Please, I'm going with you. But please, sir, can I Me, because I had something to say about him disrespecting me. Because I had something to say about him disrespecting me. I gotta go to jail because I had something to say about him.
Okay, so now you're gonna be resisting, right?
I'm not resisting.
Then get in the car.
But you're really telling me I'm going to jail because I had something to say about him disrespecting me?
Yelling. I told you to be quiet.
So for all you young fellas out there that don't know any better, this behavior from a woman is one of the biggest red flags. Never get romantically involved with a woman who won't close her mouth. You shouldn't even be friends with a woman who can't control her emotion and doesn't know when to shut up. She's about to go to jail and she's still running her mouth. So far, she's being charged with disorderly conduct and disobeying a lawful order. And now the cop is threatening to add resisting arrest.
I gave her 3 chances.
Because y'all, you being very aggressive and rude, and all I'm doing is trying to take it out when
Listen,
you get done.
how many times I give her?
I know, but I asked her. Sir, when I asked her, I said, well, you know, she being aggressive with me. Back up and do it action. All I'm asking is when you're done, can I talk to
Yes,
you?
absolutely.
But she was the
But
one
you're
who
inhibiting my job right now, okay?
I wasn't admitting your job. I was back. But I said, when you're done.
You're getting in my car. So listen, okay, that's
all
fine.
I'm asking, can I talk to you when you were done?
And now she's about to prove the same point of me making this video, not knowing when to be quiet and listen. Gentlemen, this is a bad trait in a woman.
I don't think I was wrong because I'm not in your space. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just asking, could I talk to you? That's all I was asking her when you were done.
Listen, you're done. You're talking to me now.
All I'm asking.
So what happened with inside?
The man.
Now remember, they said that they called the police about the $15.99 per person ordeal. But now that her sister's about to go to jail, watch how now all of a sudden they want to talk about how they were being so disrespected by the manager. Why wasn't that mentioned earlier when the cop first showed up?
Thank you. That man was very disrespectful. It wasn't even about paying the bill. He was talking to
The man that walked out.
No, this man. No, that man said something about what happened. But she was all really, that man was very, it wasn't about paying the bill. It's a way to say everything.
Okay.
It's an approach that man was very disrespectful. We hadn't paid anything, and we actually went up on the bill because it was less than that. It was actually $115 actually. So I told her to shut up.
So the other woman that's in the police car who's about to go to jail is still running her mouth. Unbelievable.
She's trying to go to jail.
Ask her. Can I ask her to be quiet?
No, she's.
No, I'm just saying until y'all get what she wants to ask her to.
So listen, as far as the bill,
The bill is going to be paid. The bill is going to be paid.
I mean, you've seen it. It's
I see that now. But all I'm just asking.
What's? I mean, you make sure the other group.
Yeah, I think the class is. All it was when a man came to the table, we were saying like.
So you felt he was being disrespectful.
He was. He wasn't no doubt. The way he said it, you must come here and da. Like she said, she the girl was our witness, and it wasn't even that he asked is how. It's a way to say everything. And like I told him, you want your job. You a management of a restaurant. That's not how you talk.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
You can say something within in a manner that you don't want people to get crazy on you.
Absolutely, especially if there's people around. I give her.
Yeah, and that's when that dude that came out, he was sitting behind. My thing was, I felt my sister. You didn't hear what he said at the table. The girl was actually sitting behind and hear what he said to her. So he didn't understand. When I got up, and I'm going to be honest, I said something. You're not going to talk to me like that. It's a way to say you don't have to be disrespectful. You're choosing to be, it's a difference. You're choosing to be disrespectful. And I told him, I'm going to call 911 for you.
So now she's saying she called 911 because the manager was being disrespectful. But when the officer showed up, all she was talking about was the $15.99, didn't say per person.
You guys were under the impression that it was $15.99, not per person.
But it's okay that we know that now. Okay. Even when he said that or whatever the case may be.
All she had to do would just be quiet and talk.
But
how many chances did I give her?
You did, but sir, you was quick to arrest her too at the same time.
I
She
can't
had
allow
every
screaming.
way. That man was disrespectful to her. He came out the door saying, y'all are savages. Not him, the man that was in the black shirt. He said, y'all are ratchet and stuff. You said right there when the man came out the door and told us she were savages and ratchet. He did say that. And she said, but it's okay that he said what he said and walking away. And he didn't know, he kept talking.
But your sister was running her mouth so much that even if the guy said something else and walked away, the cop was so focused on her because she was yelling. Now let's fast forward and watch her sister and the boyfriend try to convince the cop to let Miss Loudmouth go.
He said that.
Officer, have a good night, and he walked away.
No, he didn't.
After I told her,
No, he didn't.
listen, I'm not going to get into an argument with
I know you're not, but no, he didn't. When you said be quiet, he was still talking, calling us
This right here is the biggest part of the reason why I wanted you guys to watch this video. Look how cool, calm, and collect the boyfriend of the woman who's in handcuff is. He tried, along with the other young lady who is her sister, to get the girlfriend to close her mouth, but she wouldn't listen.
I gave her 3 chances. Yeah. I can't. At this point, Porter County Jail. So, I mean, you've seen it on the menu. It's $15.99 per person. You
I saw that. I thought it was the same.
I know you guys are under the wrong impression. Sir, like, as far as her, I don't know if that's, who is that to you? Girlfriend? Alright.
The takeaway that I want you guys to get from this video is this. If you're dealing with a woman who cannot or will not manage her emotions and control her mouth, even when a cop is telling her that if she don't shut up, she's going to jail, are you sure this is the type of woman you want to continue dating?
Well, she's going to be taking some sort of conduct, alright? I mean, you've seen her. 3 chances, man.
I was just saying, like, why come the other people aren't being talked to as well, for example?
When I told them to be quiet, they walked away. And be quiet. How many times did I tell your girlfriend to be quiet?
But what about them being in there? That's what I'm saying.
Sir, I couldn't do anything about that in there. I didn't witness it.
I don't know. Also, the only reason that she went back in there is because they told her she had to because of what was in her hand. And they come and gaslight. I just like that's considered gaslighting or antagonizing an issue that's already there. Because I know for a fact, like, that's not a normal response. That's somebody antagonizing.
I get why you need this, like, see us about it.
Now, just, like,
I get that. And I get why she needs to talk about it.
And
I would be too. But at the same time, it's like, listen, I told her, listen, be quiet and get out of here. They did something. How many times did I tell her to be quiet? I get that, dude. But we can't have this, like, screaming, especially when I tell you 3 times, be quiet. I looked at you and I was like, dude, come on, I have to do my job. Disturbing the peace.
It can't be a warning. This is never, like, that's what I'm saying, this is the first time any of this is even happening as far as the person, that's how they like a person offense. Usually stuff like that can get resolved when they say, no, just don't come back here again, stuff like that.
At this point,
I'm just saying, why couldn't that be a better
because I gave her 3 warnings. And that's more than I usually get. Usually you get your 1 warning for disorderly conduct, and I don't. I gave her 3
opportunities. You guys, or just
it's just impersonal, disorderly conduct. You're disturbing the peace.
Amazing happens when classrooms are so engaging that students can't wait for recess to end.
Yeah, let me comment on this one. And you know, that's why it's so hard for men, single men, to find a mentally stable woman. And when you have a woman that's not mentally stable and they act like that, it's embarrassing. It's completely embarrassing, man. I mean, they're the kind of women, that's the kind of woman to get you in a world of hurt. Because they run off at their mouth. You know, you trying to calm and quarrel it and keep her level-headed. But they're trying to argue the point, and they're not really listening. And so this is what happened, man. And so, hey, she basically, you know, if the officer tell you to be quiet, you go. And at this point, he got it's in his boat, and then he got it on his video camera. So that's why they wear those cameras and everything. So they showing how the person is, how they responded. You see here that the officer responded. That's why they got body cams now. But yeah, she should have just be quiet and they could have just had a, and like he said, just take it up with management or with corporate office. That's all. You ain't got to clown and got to act the fool. I understand you angry. I understand you're upset, but this is the reason why some men don't want to be bothered with the woman that's out of control like that. And if you don't act like that, some women think that you're not standing up for them in agreement with watching them being out of control like that. And so they think you cowered down or something like that. So she has to speak up and she has to yell and be divisive and everything. And just go home and just just call the company. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. And tell them what your experiences is. Write a report. There's ways of handling things. But you know what? You know, some people got that stubborn ego. You know, they're going to determine to say what they're going to say. And they just making the situation even worse and worse and worse and worse. And, yeah, I was trying to find this other video. But basically, I'm showing you these videos is what's going on with some of these women with their mindset. It's like they want a man, but they're not emotionally ready for a man. And they always go on like a show like Kendra G's show. And Kendra G see how unstable some of these women is. That they're not ready to take in the next relationship. They'll be in a relationship with somebody and break up with the guy, and then bring another, then tell a big story, then have another guy come into the picture, and now you got the good guy all up in his mess. Well, this is another one.
You know, a lot of times, you know, they talk about the high divorce rate in America and women filing at least 75% or more, you know, other divorces in this country. If you look at men aren't trying to break up their families. Men actually want to stay with their families. But it's the women who initiate divorce and all that no-fault divorce. This is why a lot of politicians are now starting to look at no-fault divorce and say, wait a minute, hold on. You know, what we got going on here. And I've stated in the past that, you know, if she want to leave, I don't think you should hold her there, right? But if she leaves and it's not nothing legitimate, then she can't take nothing with her but whatever she had. That's how I look at it. She shouldn't be able to get half of this man's anything, unless it's on something legitimate, right? But some of them have gotten with other women. Some of them are lesbian. And listen to what this woman says about what's even happening in lesbian relationships.
I could not resist, so I had to look it up. From the Office of National Statistics, from a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and domestic violence. Personally, I feel like this lends some weight to men's arguments and complaints about how women are behaving in relationships.
So the men are actually vindicated. That it's not the men, it's the women. Two women are in a relationship together and they're still doing the exact same thing. No man is involved with it. You can't say toxic masculinity. You can't say he don't want to listen, he won't do this, he won't do that. There's no he involved. It's two women that should be in tune with each other's feelings and all that sort of thing, right? Right? And yet you're doing domestic violence? I thought that was the violent men. You're committing domestic. So the studs is out here whipping butt in these relationships. The cheating, all that. Wait, hold on. I thought that was just the men. So it seems like the common denominator, once you remove the men, and you got two women in a relationship, it seems like it's the women that's the issue in the American society, not the men. I'm not saying men are angels or men are perfect. No. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying clearly it's an issue. When the majority of their relationship, lesbian relationships, who are married lesbians, ending in high divorce rates. So you divorce a man, say it's men this, you're going to go get a woman. Fine. Go get you a woman. The same issue you got going on, you're leaving that lesbian relationship and doing the exact same thing. So men should not be pulling out their hair no more. Men should not be worrying about nothing when clearly it's not the man. Clearly. And the lesbians proved it. So men, you should give yourself a hand clap and say, hey, we've been vindicated. It's not us, it's not the problem. Mm-hmm. So now you see why some men get their passport and say, you know what, I'm going to go somewhere else.
And find a straight woman.
It's shameful to divorce. I'm going to go somewhere else where men are respected. That's why some men have done that. That's
Right.
why. And the more and more I look at America, and I try to back off of some of that a little bit, but America is just descending into chaos, man.
Yes.
It's not good for family. And even this is the problem with America too right now, with the society, not the people, the society. Even when your woman is a good woman, the evil that surrounds your good woman tries to corrupt your good woman. And men, you know what I'm talking about. There's so much evil going on around your good woman that sometimes you got to get your good woman out of this environment. Even if she's an American woman, sometimes you may have to take your woman out of this environment. Because some of you got some great women that come from America. But man, you better get your woman away from here sometime and put your woman around some women with some morals, with some respect.
Right.
Because, it's a lot of wickedness going on in this country right now.
Right.
And if you want to destroy a nation, you destroy the family. And that's what these people have been doing, destroying families.
Listen.
It's a problem for a man and woman to build a family. It's a problem to be together. You're promoting LGBT. Okay, even in the L relationships, you can't even stay together. So what does that say? So I don't follow no man that say, hey, I want to go elsewhere, or if I got a woman, I want to take my family elsewhere. I have no problem with.
You know why I'm laughing? Because it's like women been saying, men are so misogynistic. I ain't gonna be up under no man, and I ain't gonna. It's okay. And men are stupid. Men are this and men are that. So many women been saying that. We don't need men. We independent. They've been saying that for so many women been saying that for 30 years, and they swear off men. Now it's come back to bite them in the butt. And I mentioned the video a long time ago. Don't do this. And the reason why it hasn't worked out with two women, like it was going, because, and I know people don't want to hear this, but who is the original of love? Who is love? The Most High God. When you don't have the Most High God in your relationship, which is the center, it brings the component of men and women together, you don't have the proper love. You have a false love. You have a false spirit giving you an idea that you are in love. You have a love. There's a reason. There's a love, but when it comes to the L community, the Bible it's basically explaining itself right there. Two people with the same, it can't match, because spiritually, men and women, that's why spiritually they have to be lined up, not only fleshly but spiritually and fleshly. That's where the love that's when your husband, your wife, you see people who are in love for 40, 50, 60 years, and they stay faithful till one spouse died. Then they go out and marry. And so the world tried to do it their way. Which is and say, since straight couples can do it, then they say, yeah, American LGBT couple can do it, but it's out of a false love. Because the one who holds a true love is holy. He give us the love for men and women, for family. He sets it up that way. But this false love rides along with the real love. And it's because you haven't matched up with your mate. You haven't matched up with the one that he has to bring him forth. And a lot of these women don't want they're impatient, and a lot of them just don't have the mental stability and they don't know when to wait. They want to be so persistent and be persistent, but they don't want to wait. And God has to clean them up on the inside to bring the man. See, even the woman, and you see that they're confused. It's like they really want to go back to men, but they're confused. That's the spirit, and that spirit got them delusion that think that with the woman, but I don't understand why because it's not a natural love. between man and woman. It's not a spiritual connection. And that's why people said that. But according to the LGBT community, they think it's supposed to be a love. But it's a love that can't, it's a false love. And then it's a false love that's not even honored once one spouse leave and go into the afterlife and stand before the holiness of the Most High. Why? You brought up something that has no love. Like, there's a different type of love for family. You can love your children, you can love your pets, but it's a certain type of love when it comes to a spouse. Then you have the agape love that the Father loved all of us. That's not sensual, fleshly, sexual in any kind of way. It's a stronger than a family bond, or stronger than a love. So that's why when people say when they have an afterlife experience and they go to heaven, and when they go before the Father, when they step into heaven, they feel the love in the soul, in the spirit realm, because he's the originator of love. That's why. He's the origin. There can't be, and that's what some people try to tell people. It's not, it may seem, it looks like that, but it's a false love that he never designed it. The Most High God, through his son Jesus, known as Yeshua, never designed that type of love. The type of love that Christ has is for both of us, but it's not in a worldly, sickly, mindly way. It's a love from the Father. It's like, it's a love that you have for it's on a level how you love your child. You would do anything. So that's why we adopted to his family, because when we come to serve the Christ and we inherit the salvation of Christ, then the Father adopts us as his children. But not only that, he's adopting us from he's spiritually in our spirit being, but in our fleshly being too. Because he's the one that created us. So the love that he has is a greater love than anything on this earth. And that's something that the LGBTQ can never match. Because, I'm sorry to say this, it's not a kingdom love. And when them people who live their lifestyle, they like anybody else who live a fornication, adultery lifestyle, they try to justify. Let's say there was a straight couple, and you have a man that had multiple different women, or married multiple different women, or women married multiple different men. They're just in the same category is the person's LGBTQ, because it's not there's a reason why God designed it. And you have people on here that don't understand that. That's the reason why when you marry somebody, or you have a relationship to lead to marriage, and you take on to somebody wanting you go, then it's permitted. Then it's a second blessing, because it's a blessing in an appropriate way. It's designed that the love. Let's say you have a love, and let's say your spouse, if you've been with it, and something happened to one of you. It might be that once they get over hurt and pain and move on, God will move them on. Then he will send you another person. But they be out of his kingdom. But you have to wait. And some people who lose their spouse never marry again until they leave this world. You have some people like that. But if you don't have a proper, these relationships don't work, because it's not built on love. No matter if it's 2 men, 2 women, it's going to keep happening. And because if you don't, if you are a straight couple, that you got to find your right mate, because he never wants you to be divorced, to have an appropriate relationship. So that's the reason why some people are not lasting. But see, some women when they leave a relationship, I think that they need the counseling. They need to really get spiritual, get with another woman who has a connection to the Most High God, and really find somebody and figure out and let God deal with what's on the inside of you. Why you keep having these relationships? What makes you that's something you jumping from? Okay, it must be the men, so let me try someone of the same sex. That's something. Yeah, that's confusion. That's a borderline lust spirit. But hey, it's kind of funny because the society, people don't see it. That's why I'm kind of laughing, because some people and they get mad when you can't agree with something when you know what the cause of it is spiritually. But see, now that goes to show you. So, like you said, men, women have made it so, and I might make another video where women's asking ladies, why are we doing our men wrong? I'm gonna make a video about that next time from a woman. And if I want to respond, the reason why is because if I could respond to that woman, reason why they beating up, because beating up on, and I mean it's black woman saying, why are we beating up on our black men? It's that ego and pride. Just like some of these other women, but that is the ego and pride. Now they figured out there's no man gonna cater to your ego or that pride. And so that's why you listen to a foolish woman telling you how to do this and how to manipulate him, and you're going to be single. And then that man's going to be miserable. Then and then if he has a strong enough will, he's going to leave you. This what these women don't understand. But I'll find somebody else, and I'll kick you to the curse because of my booty, my beauty, and my butt. But how long that's going to last? Well, I'm just a woman. I'm entitled to have a man make $100 grand. You can meet a man who would have made $100 grand, but what about if that's all what you want? What if you meet a man with $100 grand and he's a cheater, he's a domestic violent, TV, he's an abuser, mentally, physically? See, then they ready right back to square one. So what it comes down to, guys, some of these women if they're not psychologically ready, and they have to understand what's the dynamic between men and women, and the reason why God designed. But if you got women still stuck in that ego, I'm power, I'm independent, I'm sister girl, I'm power, and she got that mouth, and she's emotionally, like Raul said, she's gonna be alone. A lot of times, women cause their own loneliness, and some of our women, I hate to say it, I mean white women, other women, but black women, oh my God, some black women, not all, but some, are so headstrong, and they just like, it's like, no, I gotta be so headstrong, and you can tell by the emotions in their mouth, and you got to wrestle with that, and if you ain't a man to wrestle with that and try to put it in so-called check, whatever, it's a mental battle. What man wants to go through that? But unfortunately, among some women in the community, that's how they think. That's why it end up the way it does. And the men just get like, one day just say, I'm tired, I'm fed up with it, I'm gone. You just can't handle it. And no, it's not can't handle a woman. You're not letting me allow me to develop to be the man that God had me be. Then it's not to what you think what it is. God developed me, this man, to be a man, but you don't like the way he's developing the man and moving him into certain areas. Then you don't appreciate the man when God cleans a man up. You don't appreciate him. And there's a lot of good men out there, ladies. But you got these silly women that have this ideal worldly man. And they get the worldly man with the charm and the talk and everything. And he fit the whole package. But when they see his real personality, that's when it comes down to it. You gotta live with that personality every day, because looks can only go so far, and that goes for some of the men too. I gotta know what your personality, and if you got that type of personality where it's confrontational, and you gotta rise, you got challenge. If I don't challenge you, you gonna override me, or I feel like some men, like you gotta manipulate me or try to control me or talk down on me. Like most men, I'm gonna dip. That's how, and a lot of women, sometimes a lot of older women are like that. They set in their ways. That's why you see a lot of them single in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And you can't tell them nothing, and they haven't figured it out. So look at Kendra G show. You see what I'm talking about. All right, then, guys, take it. They see your video next time. Just go and watch. And guys, watch those women. Watch the different personalities of women that come up on that show. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see why they're single. They being full relate. Then you got some women that will try to hold on. Before I go, they'll hold on to one. Don't like use this man like he's a piece of furniture till they get another furniture. You got women that do that. Don't be subjected to a woman treating you like that. Like it's time to go. All right, I don't want to lecture too long, but that's what it is. That's why you see these people go on these dating shows. And when they find the perfect man, if they would sit down and be patient and get their mind right, the man that they want will come for them. But when they get him, they got to be mentally right. That's the truth. Take care. Be blessed.